Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Tom Spark. Welcome back to another review. Today we're going to be checking out another web host provider. This time, A2 Hosting. Is it going to be worth using? We're going to run it through the paces of the new ranking system for web hosts. Then we're going to, of course, place it in the web host tier list. If you haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out in the description down below. And if you do decide you want to purchase A2 Hosting, if you purchase it with a link down in the description down below, it'll help support the channel and help me continue to do reviews just like this one that are unbiased and not sponsored at all. So anyways, guys, let's get into the honest, unbiased A2 Hosting review. Okay, guys, so first thing we want to discuss is pricing for A2 Hosting. Is it a good price? Does it have good pricing kind of features? Well, the overall price is kind of standard. Admittedly, Turbo is pretty cheap for being kind of like the premium option, and then we kind of have the medium option. Looks like mostly the difference is free automatic backups, and Turbo is supposed to be like extra fast, I guess. So what about some of the other things though? We do get a free SSL certificate, which I'll discuss a little bit more in the security section. We do get like some free email accounts as well, which is cool. You do get free site migration, which is really nice. Not every web host provides that. You do have unlimited storage options for most of these things, which is really cool. A lot of times web host providers will limit your SSD storage, especially on the basic plans. A2 Hosting doesn't do that, which is really nice. Refund policies, 30 days, which is pretty standard. I think the only thing I'm looking for here that I don't see is a free domain. With most of the packages, you don't really see that. You're going to probably have to purchase that additionally. In terms of the privacy features we'll discuss later on, this one does not include free domain privacy, so you are going to have to purchase that as an add-on price, tied the details of your website and who owns it, which is definitely a little bit of a letdown. So it's kind of a mixed bag here, leaning more towards good than bad here for pricing. You know, the refund policy could be longer. Some web host providers like DreamHost offer 97 days. They also offer free domains and free domain privacy, but I do like here how we have unlimited SSD, free site migration, and the price is good overall as well. One super important thing, however, is that A2 Hosting does use renewable pricing, which means that after the first year, first month, the discount pricing that you see on the website will not apply, so you are going to be ending up paying more later on, and the site's not super clear about that on the main pricing pages, and that's definitely something I look for in pricing, is that there is consumer transparency like that, and some other web host providers, not every one, most of them use renewable pricing, which isn't very consumer friendly, but some out there, some do not have renewable pricing. So let's go ahead and move into the next category. So A2 Hosting has some pretty cool features. It has a free website builder, free Cloudflare CDN, one-click software setup. Overall, it gives you everything you need for most of the popular website needs. It has, WordPress compatibility and stuff like that. Now, it's not necessarily recommended by WordPress, that being only Bluehost, SiteGround, and DreamHost. But it still has, most of the features you need, like cPanel. Additionally, A2 Hosting has cloud hosting, which I really like. It has a lot of hosting options. You can see that on the website. You can pick from cloud hosting, shared hosting, VPS hosting, dedicated server, reseller hosting. So lots of options for everyone to kind of pick to get, what you want for your need. In terms of security and stuff like that, it's pretty cool to see that A2 Hosting does provide a free malware scanner. Not every hosting provider gives you a free malware scanner. Now, it's not malware protection per se, because it won't prevent things from getting on your website. However, it can remove stuff, and every plan does come with what they call Perpetual Security Initiative, which is a bundle of services it includes on every hosting plan, which is kind of like a software extension on the Linux servers that update the security every day of the servers without a need for a reboot. Basically, it kind of ensures that the servers are protected against the latest threats. So overall, not bad in terms of security for sure. We also really like how they provide a free SSL certificate, which I talked about before. Not every web host does that. I would have liked to see more free domain privacy, because some web hosts like DreamHost do provide free domain privacy, which is really nice. However, you are going to have to pay for an add-on here to protect your information from websites like Whois digging up your information. And in terms of like the company's reputation, it's not part of the EIG monopoly, like stuff like Bluehost and HostGator and other kind of web host conglomerates that could sell your data or collaborate together to push other products and kind of manipulate you into always using their web hosts. So I like that it's kind of like a separate entity. And in terms of like its privacy policies, now A2 Hosting has a novel of a privacy page, and it's not entirely clear, exactly what they do with your data, kind of taking some time to read it. It mostly seems like they're going to possibly give your information to law agencies if requested, but it doesn't seem like they're intent on selling it to marketing companies, but it kind of does say that they have the right to or something like that. So it's a little bit confusing here, a little bit wordy. I mean, you could see how wordy it is. It just goes on for days. Kind of a lot of information here that you don't really need. Maybe perhaps it could be kind of made smaller for people to easily understand exactly what they're doing with your data. But overall, not the worst kind of privacy policy, maybe not the best either. I still think there are some more private web hosts out there. A2 hosting support is pretty good. Sometimes it's a little bit slow with tickets, but the chat works pretty good as well. So overall, I don't have any huge complaints with them. Perhaps not the best support. Perhaps tickets could be a little bit quicker, but live chat overall is pretty decent. Another thing we want to talk about is speeds. And while this isn't the biggest section of the review, because most of the big web host providers have pretty good stability and speeds and uptime, I do want to make a special mention for A2 hosting here in that they are extremely fast, especially if you pick the turbo option. If you check out any review, whether they're that good of a review or not, one common theme you'll find with A2 hosting is that it's extremely fast, and I can verify that in my own tests on my own websites using this web host, that is extremely true. It's a very fast web host, and the uptime is also good as well. This is probably my fastest web host tested so far. But that said, most other web hosts are fast enough as well for pretty much everything you want to do, and it does vary depending on the package you pick. If you pick cloud hosting, turbo package, or the shared package, and of course other options from other web hosts have similar options to pick from as well. Alright guys, now we are on to the final section of the review, wrapping up the rankings, giving each score a ranking. In terms of pricing, I give A2 hosting 3 out of 5. It has a pretty good pricing policy, a decent refund policy. The pricing gives you a lot of options for different packages, and they're all pretty fairly priced. However, I'm not a huge fan of renewal pricing in that after the first year or first month, you're not going to get as good of pricing as it makes it seem like on the website. Not only that, but you don't get free domain privacy or a free domain. You do have unlimited SSD options, which is cool, so you're going to have a lot of fast storage on the website, which a lot of web hosts don't provide as much unlimited options. And you do get free site migration as well. So it's pretty good, but it does have some room for improvement for sure. Features are pretty good as well. They have cPanel, cloud hosting, good pre-installation options for WordPress, and a good builder to take advantage of if you want to build your website that way. The only thing they're really missing is that recommendation from WordPress, but not a big deal. In terms of security, we got pretty good options here. We have the free SSL certificate, a good capability with anti-malware scanner, as well as a kind of built-in update system. We don't see free domain privacy though, and the privacy policy could be a little bit neater and more explicit on how they handle your data, or if they ever give it away to sell it to people. It's not as reputable as, say, something like DreamHost, which is my most private and recommended web host provider in that section. In terms of support, we do have pretty good support. Live chat is offered, and the live chat hours are pretty good. Support tickets can be a little bit slow here and there, but overall, no major complaints. And in terms of speed, this is probably where A2 hosting does the best. It's extremely fast, and uptime is very good as well. Overall, the final score is 4 out of 5, making it a tier 1 web host right behind DreamHost. They got some really good points for speed, really good features. Support is pretty good, and its pricing and security are pretty good as well, but there is some room for improvements as I discussed already. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this unbiased, honest look at A2 hosting. Let me know down in the comments down below if you want to see any other web hosts reviewed or any other kind of content associated with web host, or if you want to see more VPN content or anything else I cover on the channel. Anyways, guys, thanks for checking out this video, and I'll see you again very soon.